catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey.
Oh, most definitely packing.
Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul. But when the ring is the goal, but if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes. Going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah. There's no way. There are a lot of ways. Like, I'm sitting up here trying to think of a way to start this fucking show. You know what I mean? Because I know ain't nobody in the mood for the bullshit or the politicking, to be honest with you. What we saw tonight was fucking disgusting. And it is emblematic of who this team has been all season. It is kind of like, why the fuck did we get here if y'all was going to do this? Especially Jimmy Butler. Like, I know a lot of motherfuckers got smoke for everybody. People ain't really in the mood to do this shit. But we going to do it, bro. So we going to start. I ain't finna introduce him. Y'all know who it is. These same motherfuckers been with us all season long. We're going to start with TJ. TJ, give me your thoughts on the game, this series, whatever, bro.
It's just Jimmy, bro. It's literally just Jimmy, bro. Everything falls on his shoulders, dog. Like, I know we need role players to shoot better. I know we need, just dudes to play better in general, bro. But it comes down to your best player being your best player, bro. And he was not your best player at any point in this series. He wasn't the second, third, fourth best player. Hold on, fuck what I'm talking about. We just got $100.
That's what I'm talking about. The boy Awal there just hit us with the 100 balls. We appreciate you. Your damn show lifted my spirits. He said, thanks for the coverage. We don't cover this team. We just get out here and yell RP. He said, knew this game was over when Denver had 4 turnovers and we got 3 points out of 8 possessions. Jimmy will never get praise from anyone again unless he has a full playoff run of Bucks Jimmy. I mean, he kind of had that last year. But I feel the point, bro. Like, this finals performance was embarrassing. Go ahead, TJ.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, it just comes down to the feet of your superstar being the best player, man, and not only showing up in the last 4 minutes of the game. You feel me? Doing it the entire game, setting the tone, bro. Bringing the energy for this team like he's done all year long, like we're waiting for him to do, bro. And it's just disappointing to watch your team fold like this, knowing that if he was just himself, bro, if he was just regular, like, this would have been a completely different series, you feel me? We pushed them to 5 games, and it didn't even feel like we should have got there with the way that he was playing. So it's on him, bro. It's on him, bro. Like, I don't care what happens. It's on Jimmy, dog.
Yeah, like, I don't think anybody up here is going to disagree. Like, Jimmy Butler is absolutely going to receive the bulk of this blame from everybody. I do want to get to some of the other donos. I want to thank Alex Campbell with the $4.99 dono. He said Jimmy did an amazing shout out to the worst version of Tyler Herro with this game tonight. Bro, he did nothing, bro. He did a bunch of nothing. Balling on you with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, gang. He said, no wonder why Michael Jordan disowned him. Bro, the man never claimed it to begin with. Kendall, I want to get your thoughts on this game, this series, however you want to take it, bro.
That shit was disappointing, bro. Like, your best player, like, back against the wall. Well, supposedly best player, in my opinion. I think the torch was taken. To be honest, that's who's the best player going forward on the team. Due to whatever reasons you want to put in, health, injuries, like, for Bam to do what he did in that first half and to have a 7-point lead, it was like cool. But we know who Bam is, especially with this roster. Like, you just knew, like, in that third quarter, Jimmy was gonna have to, like, turn up, and it just never came. Like, you can miss me with that last, like, 13 or whatever it was. Cool, like, he made the game, the storyline interesting. He covered the spread for the Heat. So if you bet plus whatever, if you live betted the over, like while watching in the fourth quarter, Jimmy Butler probably cashed your ticket for you. But in turn cashing the ticket in turn for the Miami Heat, nah, no tickets was cashed. He went, like, I know the bro got hurt. It sucks, but it is what it is, bro. Like, man was out here saying he not going to the Hall of Fame if he make it, dog. Like, you not that to be disrespecting a game like that, to be saying shit like that. And to go out to have an 8-point performance, that shit was pitiful. The numbers might look different, but it was LeBron James 2011 Game 5 versus Dallas. Like, if we want to put, if we hope we put up JJ Barea memes going forward and tell this nigga get me 2 straight rings, I want to see Christian Braun memes guarding Jimmy Butler in the finals. Because, dog, that shit was nasty, bro. Like, Bam did what he had to do in that first half. He literally he was the best player on the court. He outplayed Jokic, dog. Like, and like TJ said, yeah, you want the role players, this. And then it got to a point, Jimmy was just like, nah, fuck that. Like, he didn't even want to shoot. The man was 2 for 8 for a long period of time, dog. Like, and then he went into the fourth, I think 2 for 11. And it was like, bro, what are we doing? So it's like, from here on the series, 4 years, he's been our number one. Clear cut. I don't want to hear none of this, like, greatest, where we put him in Miami history. He's a solid third. And you can leave his ass right there. But in terms of this team, like him winning the championship on our roster, because I don't think he's going nowhere. Bam not going nowhere. Like, Pat, whoever the fuck in charge, it's all gas, no fucking brakes for number 0 out in Portland. Because Jimmy can't be the number 1 offensive player on no championship team. We've been there too. I see it. There it goes.
Oh, no. I got to bring somebody on here near and dear to my heart. My gang. I want y'all to throw them things off of my play. Rob LeCon! What's happening, gang?
What's going on?
Hey, shit, bro. Just out here about to pat Jimmy ass up. How you felt about Jimmy's play this series, big dog?
Man, it wasn't what I wanted it to be. And like I was listening to you guys before I came in, he wasn't even attempting to shoot the ball in this game until there was about 4 minutes left to go. So it seemed like at that point he decided he was just going to start jacking up some threes, made a couple, got a freebie call on one of them, which he probably shouldn't have gotten, and then he missed the rest of them. So not the game you want to see, but hey, at the end of the day, we made it to the finals. We busted Boston Celtics ass. Fuck Boston as always. You know, that's all right. We all right. We did better than 28 other teams. We chilling.
You're not finna come in here with that positive shit. You know you've been gone too long. Stay around for a little bit so you can get us back in your system. And I know he brown, but he can't stay in that top spot. We got to move him out the way. We going to my boy Threat. Threat, go ahead and give me your thoughts on the game, Jimmy Butler, this series.
Disappointing, man. All that talk about Jimmy being better than Wade, being better than Bron, like Kendall said, man, dead that shit, bro. That nigga's a solid third option as the best he play all time, and that's cool, bro. But 2 finals, 0-2. Another finals where you lost. I don't know, bro. Like, he's not good enough to win you a championship, bro. I mean, you've had the chances on this build, and it's resulted in nothing but some, you know what I'm saying, some runner-up trophies, some bronze trophies. I mean, if you cool with that, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? But that nigga folded, bro. That nigga laid an egg, bro. We haven't seen a performance this bad in the finals since 2011 Bron. After that, this is the second worst performance we've seen from a lead player in the finals, bro. Like, this shit was honestly embarrassing, bro. And nigga just, it's not even the fact that he played bad, bro. It's like the same shit always happens when it comes to Miami Stars, bro. Niggas just turn passive and scary, bro. Like, that nigga was relying on his role players, bro. How you don't go out fucking shooting, bro? Like, how you don't go out guns blazing when shit hit the fucking fan, bro? You relying on Caleb Martin to hit a shot. You relying on Max Strus, Gabe Vincent to hit a shot and bail us out and lead us to the promised land. What are you doing, bro? Like, where's your fucking pride and dignity? Be a fucking man and stand in the fucking paint, bro. That nigga went out like a fucking bitch. I can't respect that shit, bro. I could get really fucking volatile on this fucking stream, and I'm really trying hard not to, because I'm pissed the fuck off because niggas laid the fuck down. Niggas laid down like a bitch. That's what niggas did. If you was gonna take me all the bro, 3 straight. I got smoke for a lot of niggas, and we gonna get throughout the show, because it's not just Jimmy I got smoke for. But this is our 3rd straight finals, bro, where we got fucking destroyed. Like 2014, the fucking bubble run, and this one, bro, we got beat so bad there was never a chance in hell in any of those 3 series for us to win, bro. We going out, we 3-4 in the fucking finals. Another fucking loss, bro. Another one, my nigga. Like, I'm exhausted, bro. Do not leave me here and fucking lay an egg like this, bro. Like, we go into these seasons knowing we don't have enough, and niggas pull shit out their ass. 2014, we knew we didn't have enough to beat the Spurs again. We knew we didn't, bro, and we still, you know what I'm saying, we competed, we got to the finish line, and we laid down. Bubble, we knew we ain't have enough, bro. We knew it wasn't enough. But, you know, we thinking, okay, this a whole new, we got some different cooking up. This gonna be the start of something. Next thing you know, niggas don't get re-signed, the niggas don't get moved, niggas don't make the proper adjustments, and then this season happened. We go into the season knowing we don't have enough, bro. We knew it, bro. We knew we didn't have enough, and niggas pulled miracle after miracle after miracle to get to this point. And niggas laid down at the end once again. This shit is exhausting, man. It's exhausting, bro.
Somebody said, guys, don't worry. It's a canon event for us to get Dane. Shout out to the people who've seen Spider-Man. I'm going to blitz through a couple of these donos before I go to my dog, Ant. Lucky_Luciano23 with the $5 dono. He said, Jimmy is cooked. Truly one of the worst finals performances of all time. After we went up 3-0, the Monstars took all of Jimmy's talent. Pathetic. Some people blame it on other things. David Sasson with the $2 dono. He said, I need the packing session to start now. We'll let Ant go. But believe you me, as we go throughout this show, it's a couple of motherfuckers who are going to be sent to a different country. James Todd with the $20 dono. He said, I don't care about Gabe, Max, Kyle, Duncan. They're replaceable. I care about our number one option, our alpha going ghost. Didn't crack 30 once this entire series. Disappointed. You had 8 points at the start of the 4th. That's what they were talking about. The stat line finishes with him with 21 points. But that was not indicative of the game that he played. Dev James 25 with the $5 dono. He said, Jimmy, Hemi, Butler getting 2 feet in the paint and passing shots to role players to create, shaking my head. Also, Spo with the Zeller minutes was a joke. Bro, I think a lot of people going to have problems with that. Like, he shouldn't have seen the court, bro. Like, that was just plain and simple. And they attacked that matchup as soon as they saw his ass out there. Somebody with a $5 dono, he said, when you start Zeller in the 4th of a 1-point closeout finals game, you deserve to lose. You give Zeller a shot and not Herro. Really? I think we should talk about the Tyler Herro thing too, but that's going to come later on. HM with the $5 dono, I hope you're having a good night. He said, the buck stops with Jimmy. Point blank. Tyler sitting out more than 7 weeks with a 4 to 6 week injury is. Jimmy made every nugget look like 2011 Kawhi. For sure, bro. He didn't get around nobody. Shout out Kane Gang. Brian Young with a $10 dono. He said, this team was always destined to shit the bed. After the Hawks L, they still never fooled me, even when they were winning. Brother, they got me. They got me. I ain't going to hold you. Joe King, right, giving us $5 so we can not do what he tells us to do. He said, you all got to relax. The Heat didn't have a good team this year. Pat should have got them more help at the trade deadline. Should have got them more help before this season started.
Nigga telling us to relax after we lost the NBA Finals?
Come on, bro. That's not happening. Jonathan Ramakhan, I believe this your cousin giving us money, so go ahead and you can say his name for me because I don't know what the fuck to say.
Shout out to Adeshkar Suknath for the $9.99 donation. I blame Jimmy how he played, but if you look at it, Jimmy Body give up in the final, and how he could only give one good quarter every game. Miami need help to release the pressure on Jimmy. How y'all know I knew I was gonna know how to say his name right?
Come on,
what's y'all?
Come on, We know what's going on here, Jonathan Robinson.
Come on, buddy. You know much better than that, buddy.
You got me.
I'm fucking trying to get us canceled already. David Sasson with a $5 donut. He said Jimmy is Luke Mbamute with charisma and the Superman. Shaban Sharapole with the 50 balls. We appreciate you. You didn't have to pay up on that 1,000 that you owed us, but you got us 50. He said Jimmy doesn't want me to donate that 1K. I already knew, bro. I already knew. We was waiting on you. But yeah, Ant, it's been a long time. Go ahead and cook, bro.
Yeah, I certainly share the sentiment of everyone here. Fortunately, I guess I have a couple of things to be happy about. One, I get to do my first stream with Ramcon, so that's pretty cool. And two, I was about to drop 500.
No, Dickie.
I was about to go.
Wait, hold on, Ant. TJ, don't you say no, Dickie. Not with the stunts you've been pulling, my brother.
You nasty.
Appreciate you, Kendall.
We call Darren Jordan a nasty man.
And I was about to drop a good amount of money for Game 6. I'm glad I don't have to do that shit either. But listen, the main reason I like the sentiment that everyone is saying, and I agree with it, because too many Heat fans have the mindset right now that they're not mad because they had a great run. They weren't supposed to get this far, and they're here, so they're happy with that. That to me is the biggest loser mentality you could have. I don't fuck with that shit that Giannis was saying, that there is no such thing as failure. Motherfucker, when you're the number 1 seed and you get your ass kicked by the 8 seed, that's failure. You think if that would have happened to Jimmy Butler, he would have sat there in the press conference and said, nah, there's no failure because we learned. No, that's some pussy-ass loser shit. I'm sorry. When you in the NBA Finals, I want to win. And like Threat said, this shit wasn't even competitive. For the 3rd finals in a row, they got their ass kicked. They showed that they not even on par with those other teams in the league. They get this far just to fold. And as far as Jimmy Butler, a lot of people are saying they're not mad at Jimmy because he wasn't healthy. That's a stupid narrative I hate too, because I actually liked what Jeff Van Gundy said earlier. If you're out there, you're healthy enough to play. When you're at this point of the season, everyone's 100 games in or so, nobody's 100%. So if you out there, you play. I hated in Game 7 when Tatum sprained his ankle. Every time he missed a shot, they said, oh, he must be hurt. No, he's out there. He's healthy. I don't like when guys are missing shots and just because you're a great player, they give you the excuse of health. Nah, great players can have bad games. And we all sitting here and we all criticizing Jimmy Butler because he was pitiful all series. Really, the last 10 games, he hasn't had a great game since the whole Grant Williams thing. None of us are saying that he's all of a sudden cheeks. He's not, one of the best players in the league. But nah, he's not above criticism. We can sit here and say that he was terrible. We can also acknowledge that, yeah, we wouldn't be at this point without him. But that don't mean that he's above criticism. That don't mean that we can't sit here and say that he was complete dog shit this entire series, particularly this game. I mean, the whole theme of this game, really this series, is stupidity. I mean, there's a giant list of things that was stupid, whether it's the shot selection of these guys. We all talked about Jimmy Butler, but even Lowry, Caleb Martin pulling contested threes in the corner, Gabe Vincent taking 40-foot shots that led to a breakaway 3 for Murray that tied the game at 60-all. It's just stupid stuff like that you can't give away possession in these biggest time of the game. They kept switching everything. They kept trapping Murray on the pick and roll. They kept getting wide open. I don't know why Spo kept doing that. And then you up 1 and he brings in Cody Zeller. I'm looking, this team can't score, thinking he probably not going to bring in Tyler. He hasn't played all game. And then I see Zeller on the court. 61 seconds, they got outscored by 5 points. That's basically what it was towards the last couple minutes of the game. That stuff matters. Too many empty possessions, just throwing shit away at the end of the game. And just the offensive shot selection was really the most frustrating thing to me.
Yeah, like I agree with a lot of what you were just saying. Like, I see a lot of people in the comments talking about Bam and Spo. Like, some people want Bam to get slandered. A lot of people want Spo's head on the stake. I think Spo made his fair share of mistakes. But again, like, you can only but to Spo's credit, we also held Denver well under their scoring average in this series. They beat us tonight with 94 points. Like, so for all the faults that we may have had with Spo's defensive game plan, they held them to under 110 in 4 out of the 5 games in this series. And that to me, like, huh?
I don't think the Nuggets touched 110 in a game, bro.
No, I think 104 was the highest they touched.
No, they had 108 in 3 games.
In game 2 where we won. I think we won 111, 108.
108.
Game 2.
Yeah,
so
they beat us
108.
That's wild, bro.
We averaged 109 as a team in the regular season, and we was the 30th ranked offense.
And we held them under what we averaged in. That's the shit that I'm talking about, though, bro. So, like, how much of that do you put on Spo versus how much do you put on the talent? Like, I go to TJ with that question after I read this. Dono, thank you. Huh? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Alex Campbell. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, fuck Alex Campbell right now. We gotta pop our shit. I don't give a fuck. Spo is a defensive coordinator.
No, he's a head coach.
Yeah,
he's a head coach. So it's two sides of the court that nigga got to coach on. That nigga put a piss poor offensive performance on display, dog. You could give the nigga love for the defense.
Like, did he though? Like, bro. Listen, all I'm saying
is cooked.
I saw a bunch of folks with open shots, and I saw Jimmy fold. Like, how much of that you gonna put on the scheme?
The only thing I will
97 Jimmy ISOs, bro. You're running 97 Jimmy ISOs, and it's not working. You keep getting Jimmy on the baseline, running past the shooter. That was their offense. If Jimmy was on the court and Jimmy was touching the ball, that was the offense. You can't keep running that over, and it ran it all series, and it didn't work one time. Like, it didn't lead to anything good.
And then niggas resulted back to the 2020 offense dribble handoff. What the fuck are we doing to a nigga that barely played in the season?
And that was the only thing that was getting us like looks for a little while. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, the only thing where I like got a beef with Spo is the fact that Herro didn't play. Like, I don't give a fuck what his hand was on. And I don't care how nobody feel about it. Fuck that man. On Big 4L. Like, put his ass on the court, and if he get hurt again, take him out. It's that simple. Because, bro, it's like, y'all gave this man an extension. I got beef with him for not coming back. That's the only offensive adjustment that I think he could have made. Bro, I'm watching this team, bro, like, and it got to a point where, like, you say the 2019-2020 offense, bro, but and this is kind of why I kind of, like, be chilling on, bro. If Bam not involved in the fucking action, bro, that ball not going nowhere.
He was fucking
at all,
dead.
Bro.
He was fucking dead by the end of the
game.
They
can't turn the corner on Christian Braun, bro. They can't turn the corner on Bruce Brown, bro. Jimmy and Contavious Caldwell-Pope just locked them down, like, in transition. So it got to the point where I'm like, bro, like, if 13 dead ass is not in the play, this ball is not touching the paint. It's barely getting out the point line step. So it's like, the talent, bro, like, and this is what we've been beating on for 2 years now, bro. Small, no athleticism, no dribble drive.
And we got beat by all that.
How the Nuggets, bro, I don't care what nobody say, bro. The Nuggets beat us being taller, faster, and just stronger than us. How many times did they score, bro, like, just getting the ball back? Like, after offensive rebound, dog. Like, the same thing that happened at the end of Game 6. I'm gonna let you go, Roy.
Go ahead.
Max Strus
not boxing out. Like,
dead ass let somebody come off the weak side. The first one against the Celtics, it wasn't really his fault. They told him to jump out on Tatum, whatever, cool. He dead ass was just standing there looking. Jimmy boxing out Aaron Gordon. Finally, Jimmy boxing out somebody. And here come Bruce Brown. 6'6", athletic as fuck. Bunnies. Put back. It's like, bro, come on now. And I see Ricky talking about the sign of a better team. Nah, bro, like, that's like front office. That's profile. Like, that's a player profile that you look for. And they don't went so long with these guys that ain't got it.
I feel like shit. I'm gonna be real. I feel like the hand picking of these niggas also got to fall on Spo. You telling me Spo don't got a voice picking these niggas?
Yeah.
You telling me this nigga not picking these niggas for this bullshit ass small ball offense that we running again year after year? Get the fuck out that scheme. That shit is ass now. I'm tired of seeing that small ball shit. We don't have LeBron James.
Shout out to
Chino.
We
don't have Wade.
Chino kind of spoke to that, like, in that, like, rant that kind of went viral earlier this year, where he was saying Spo definitely plays a hand in this because he does look better for leading these shitbag ass teams like this far in the playoffs. But it's just kind of like they are still at the end of the day shitbag teams. Ramakan, bro, I want you to jump in on this Spo versus talent conversation. Like, which one of them you kind of felt like hurt us a little bit more in this series?
I mean, it has to be the talent. Like you were saying, how many possessions was it? Just a straight up 2K possession where the guy is too big, he backs him down and gets an easy layup. Like that's standard 2K. You get a switch and you put the bigger guy with the smaller guy on him and just post him up, regardless of who it is. Like you saw that with Aaron Gordon, you saw that with Michael Porter Jr. You saw, like we said, Bruce Brown. Like every single person was just too big for us. From 1 to 5, they were too big, and I just think regardless of how good Spo could have coached this team, Denver had too many solutions for what Miami is. They have a passing big who can shoot the 3 and pick and pop. They have a good 1-5 or 1-5 action with Murray and Jokic. So it was too hard to guard them with everything else they had going on, having the size advantage, the athleticism advantage, having the best player in the series, right? A 2-time MVP. And I mean, honestly, having probably the 2 best players in the series, because you probably put number 1, number 2 as Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic as the 2 best players in this series. And then from there, it would be Bam Adebayo, and then the list would continue. So it's just harder for Miami. Coach Spo, you got to give him a little bit of plan because, I mean, at the end of the day, 14 seconds left. You have a lot more time. A turnaround Jimmy 3 isn't the last play you should be drawing up. Like that's not what you want. You have a timeout left. Try to at least get to the rim, right? Jimmy, if Jimmy wants to be passive, let him draw 2 and pass it to somebody else. I'd rather that than a turnaround jumper over 2 guys. Like I'd rather him at least get a smart look, but he decided to take that. So, you got to give Spo a little bit of the blame as well. But I think the talent deficit was just too much to overcome.
Y'all shout out with these names. Now, a couple of things. Like, I don't think the play was drawn up for Jimmy to take that shot because it was actually between him and Duncan that kind of got fumbled before that happened, and he ended up having to get the ball back.
Jimmy Butler just a stupid motherfucker. That's all that was. That was all that is. Jimmy just wanted to throw up some bullshit.
And then Jeff Van Gundy made another point, bro. We didn't need a 3 at that point. He could have drove to the rim. We still had time on the clock to press him to go to 2 for 1. Sorry I do this to you again, Ant, but we got a lot of donos in back. I'm finna go through the bitches real quick. Alex Campbell with the $4.99 dono. He said, shout out to UD. Yo, shout out to the OG. This is final game. It didn't end the way I know damn well it didn't end the way that he wanted, but it's over with. TJ, you have won, my brother. But
at what cost?
The cost of my sanity. Henry L, thank you with the $5 He said Jimmy playing like trash for 45 minutes and showing up for the last 3 minutes in Denver is peak Jim Tebow. Jim Tebow is insane. Thank you to Coolest with the $10 dono. She said, this is what I said in the fan chat. He is not good enough to be the number 1 on the championship team. Not only did we lose, he went out like a biatch. It's 4 years of this. He not leading us to no chip, man. That's why it's on the way. I'm hope trafficking, man, because I need that. The boy Sosa giving $4.99 to everybody but himself, even though he in the basement. He said thoughts on Bam averaging 22 and 12 with the toughest assignment on the court while the rest of the team faded into oblivion. I'll throw that to Ant. Ant, give me your thoughts on Bam Adebayo throughout the course of this series, bro.
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to add on with Spam is just every single after timeout play was a fadeaway 3. I don't know if anyone else noticed that, but time and time again, that's what it was. It was literally the most frustrating thing. There's 2 players in this series that I really have no beef with. The first one, surprisingly, is Duncan Robinson, the guy that I have been the hardest on this entire year. He shot the ball well this series, in a series where nobody else did that. So I give the man credit. Especially after literally he was my least favorite player in the entire league for 82 regular season games, plus a few in the next series. But it was him and then Bam Adebayo. He was the biggest key for me coming into the series. I would have bet my life that if he was the Heat's best player, they would have won this thing. That was back when I assumed Jimmy Butler would never shoot under 30% for every single game, but that's what we saw. But he needed to be the best player of the series. Nikola Jokic, he's obviously on his way to be one of the greatest players of all time, so we should give them just a little bit of credit. I don't know if anyone said it yet, but fuck that. I don't really care about them. This is a Heat postgame show. His biggest flaw is obviously his defense, his foot speed, all that stuff. I wanted to see Bam attack that. We saw that from game 1. He was pretty impressive, and he was relatively good every other game. He wasn't great in the game 3, I think, but still, he did as good as I could have expected from him. I liked, especially today, he didn't settle for the mid-range jumper like he did earlier this series. We saw Jokic fall back a little bit, and Bam use that space to drive into the paint, get to the rim, trying to be aggressive and drawing fouls on Jokic, which they never called anything on him. He should have had about 14 fouls last game. They only gave him 5. But yeah, that's the sad part though. I know Bam only had two in the second half, but that to me that's Jimmy Butler time. It's hard for me to sit here and be mad at Bam when your best player was shooting like 2 of 16 up until the last 3 minutes of the game, when it was too little, too late. Especially when there's still a lot of people refusing to criticize Jimmy Butler. They're either saying he's hurt or they wouldn't have got here without him. Well, that's what you say about a role player, right? Caleb Martin was great last series. Nobody's mad at him for playing terrible this series, right? Because he's a role player. But when Jimmy Butler gets you to this point and then he doesn't show up for a single game, he deserves to get criticized. People should be mad at him. He's not above criticism. I see a lot of similarities to what LeBron did in 2011 versus JJ Barea. Anytime Jimmy had Bruce Brown on him for most of the series, Christian Brown on him most of the series, KCP on him, he was doing nothing. And it's even more frustrating when you got Aaron Gordon. Anytime he had Gabe or Caleb or Kyle on him, what's he doing? He's putting his back in the post and getting the and one, getting to the rim, anything like that. That was something else frustrating with me about Bam too, because he was attacking Jokic, but whenever he had any of the Browns on him or anything like that, he was passing out. He was staying in the post, not looking
Real
at the
quick.
basket.
When you say any of the Browns, what do you mean by that?
I mean the white brown and then the brown. That's what I'm talking about. I'm in Denver Nuggets.
Gentlemen,
Christian,
which one? Do me a favor. Remove this cracker from my show.
We had to banish that boy for a little bit. He's been put in timeout. Correct. I just want to hear what you got to say about Bam. Like, after the series that he put up, bro, just tell me what your thoughts are on him now, him going forward, anything like that.
I was impressed. Oh shit. Damn, my fault. I was oh man, hold up. My fucking camera went ass on me for a second, gang.
Watch out a little bit.
Watch out a little bit.
I think I'm good now. I think I'm Gucci. Yeah, I'm Gucci. Okay. I was impressed by Bam this series, man. To me, dog, I said it before the series started. I don't give a fuck what you did in the series before. I said that about every single player, whether it was Caleb going damn near Eastern Conference Finals MVP to what he did in the finals. I did it for Bam. Bro, the finals is where you got to bring it, bro. Nothing else mattered. And that nigga played the best basketball you can ever ask for out of Bam, bro. 22, 12, and 3. Held Jokic to 27 and 14 when you thought he was going to average 30-something. Bro, he did a hell of a job, man. I don't know, man. Maybe... I don't know, bro. Like, he is what he is. I just wish he could ascend. I don't know, bro. I'm really speechless as far as this whole law. I don't care to speak about Bam. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. That nigga Jimmy folded, bro. None of this other shit mattered to me, my nigga. I don't care to speak on Bam, bro. Bam did what he had to do. That nigga Jimmy laid the fuck down. We shouldn't be talking about shit else. Fuck what anybody else is talking about. Fuck anybody else on that roster. Your star player laid down in the biggest game with the back against the wall, and the nigga didn't show up till 3 minutes in the game, and the nigga didn't do anything spectacular. He said, fuck it, this shit might go in. That's the type of shots he played. He didn't even put shots in his shot diet that he normally takes. The nigga took fucking threes, and the nigga got bailed out by a fucking whistle on a fucking shot that wasn't even a fucking foul. The nigga put up bullshit in the fucking finals, dog. And then you look at the finals numbers, the nigga averaging like 20-21, almost the same as Bam. You watched them two niggas play that they was on two different levels. That's 22 and 12 from Bam is not the same 21 and 7 that you got from Jimmy Butler, bro. It's not the same. That shit was very different. That nigga laid down, bro. I shout out to Bam. I'm sorry I got off topic, but I can't stress this enough. From what we seen from Jimmy Butler in round 1 to what we seen in the last game of the fucking series, bro, with elimination game. Your back is against the wall, and this nigga was passing to niggas that was barely getting minutes in the regular season. The nigga was driving in the lane. He did the same thing over and over and over again, bro. He drove in the lane, didn't go up, and then he looked for someone to pass the ball to, and that shit ended so perfectly because that's how our season ended.
Yes.
This nigga drove in a fucking lane, looked back, and threw it to the other team. That shit was a perfect illustration of how the fucking season ended for these niggas, bro. Honestly.
That's real though, and I look. I see the Bam slander, and it's like, look, Bam got some areas where he can improve, bro. And I get it. The finishing in around the rim and shit like that wasn't to the level that we hoped it had been. Like he finishing over small defenders. His post game needs some work, but you cannot question the effort. Bam made an impact in this series, brother, and that's easy. That's easy for anybody who watched it. TJ, I know you got the slide soon, so I want you to give me like a season recap. How are you going to remember this season, and what are you hoping for before the tip-off of next season, my brother?
That I hate the fucking Miami Heat of the 2022-2023 season. Everything we needed them to do, they didn't do. You know, we wanted them to tank. They said, I don't think so. Let's get to the play-in. We get to the play-in, we lose the first game. All right. Let's lose the second game so we can get a good pick. I don't think so. We'll come back and beat the Bulls. All right. If they beat the Bulls, they're going to get stomped by the Bucks. No, we'll beat the Bucks in 5. Oh, we'll beat the Knicks in 6. Oh, we'll beat the Celtics in 7 after going up 3-0 and then blowing that lead. And then we get to the finals against a matchup where we like, I feel pretty good about this one and get dog walked. So Jimmy Butler didn't show up. This season has just been so on brand. Every step of the way that the Miami Heat will just set you up for disappointment. So I'm glad this season is over. My biggest op, he is gone. UD will never be seen on a Miami basketball court suiting up again. I am elated. I am excited, but I didn't get to see 14 on the way out. So I'm a little hurt by that. I'm a little hurt.
Please believe he is on the way out. Pack he the fuck up.
Oh, you absolutely right, because the next time we're gonna see that brother, he'll be in a Portland Trailblazers jersey. Shout out to that boy Dame. We need you, baby, because if we don't get Damian Lillard this offseason, 22 has got to go. The agenda has shifted. I'm gone, y'all.
All right, big dog.
Right,
I'm gonna give you the same grace. I know you got to slide up out of here. How will you remember this season? What are you hoping to see next season?
Well, the good thing is most of the season I was doing per-game shows, so I probably watched 5 full regular season games. So I don't remember the regular season too much, to be honest. I was following discourse on Twitter. Hey, people got shit to do during the regular season, right? But the playoffs, man, at the end of the day, it was a fun journey, right? There was like emotional highs that I've got from this playoff journey that I didn't expect to get during this season at all, especially the way they played all season. So, man, I'm just taking it every moment at a time. Like I didn't expect us to be here. I know Ant was saying this is loser talk, but hey, fuck it, right? Like, we're still here at the end of the day. Like there's a lot we can complain about, but there's also a lot we can be thankful for, right? Because instead of being the 8 seed, like look at the positives. Now our assets actually have some value. Our assets, if we would have missed the playoffs, Kyle Lowry would have had no value. Duncan Robinson would have had no value. Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, you couldn't have, done anything with a sign and trade and give anything off of them. So you got value from a bunch of players now, and even Caleb Martin, right? Caleb Martin exponentially grew his value as well. So I think even though we didn't win a championship, you still got some positives coming out there. Like you said, you wouldn't have been able to train for Dame with the assets you have now before the playoffs started. Now you potentially have a way that there's a path to get there. And for me, hey, for the offseason, go get fucking Dame. Like that's the guy. Since we signed Kyle Lowry, I wanted us to flip for him for Dame anyways. So yeah, man, let's go get Dame. I appreciate you guys having me on. I miss y'all boys. So hopefully we can do this again soon.
We miss you too, Ramadan, brother, and you welcome back anytime that you feel like a game. All right, bro. Well, we're going to bring the boy LJ in here. LJ Cascon. Wait, are you driving the car currently?
Yeah, I'm actually about to drive into oncoming traffic. Y'all good with that? Y'all good to watch a manslaughter go on?
We're going to try and keep that to a minimum on this channel, but I do want you to talk about what you saw from the game tonight.
A lot of pain. A lot of agony, a lot of wherewithal at the same time. I mean, they went up 10 at one point, but I don't have a whole lot of beef with Bam. I know some people have more beef with Jimmy than I do personally. I thought on one ankle, he can only do so much. He carried you to that point. But at the same time, a lot of the onus, in my opinion, goes on Snow. I know y'all saw me lighting him up in the chat, and if you hear my GPS go off, I apologize. I was lighting up Spo in the chat too, because it's like, Spo knows what Jimmy's limits are, right? And he's still putting him out there and asking him to do these assignments, switching out onto Murray. If he's healthy, that's fine, but he's not. So, but Spo's rotations this whole series have been so fucking annoying. It's like I know he doesn't have a whole lot of answers, but like Cody Zeller for the 61 seconds was a -5. You lose by 5. I mean, that's ironically funny. That's this season in a nutshell, honestly. The whole season's been blue balls, and it's funny that it ends that way because Cody Zeller, of all people, is what you go out with if you're Spo. You open up the fourth quarter with Cody Zeller cold. You run a continuous small ball rotation with 4 small guards. The Kyle Lowry, Gabe Vincent lineups, I hated the entire postseason, but I kept my fucking mouth shut because for whatever reason they were working, right? So you can't complain if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it got broke in the finals on the biggest stage. Spo never adjusted to it. He never accounted for it. And the one thing that pissed me off more than anything else in this specific series was the switching, the constant switching. Denver hunted it nonstop. In the fourth quarter, Miami's up by 1. They run a switch. They run a pick action switch, and then it gets Jokic on Caleb Martin. At that moment, I knew we were cooked. I knew it was over. No matter if he misses or what, I knew it's over because it's going to mean someone's in position to get a rebound if Jokic somehow misses one of his 4 misses he had all game at a point-blank look at the rim. Guess what happened? He made one on Caleb Martin, then he missed another one, and they got a rebound. That's the game. It's because Spo wouldn't adjust. He's stubborn, but he's still the best coach in the league. But that doesn't mean he's free from criticism. And he's not, because it was his worst series in probably almost a decade.
Yeah, I got smoked for Spo. Like, I really do, bro. Like, I didn't like some of the things that we were doing. Like, I understand the talent argument. We've been making it all year. But to, like, this series, like, it felt like Spo was just out-coached. Like, he was outmaneuvered. We went to our zone, which is usually, like, throwing a monkey wrench at people's offense, and they had a counter to it. And it's the first time, like, where somebody threw a counter to our zone, and we didn't have a counter back. Like, we didn't have nothing to do with that. I got to read some of these donuts because you're like 20 minutes behind.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right, so we want to thank Miami Heat 910 with the 199 dono. He said, we lost the game when Lowry got his shot blocked. That shit was fucking pathetic. Go ahead and read this dono for me.
Shout out Alex Campbell for the 499 dono who said, bro, that Gabe Dame range 3.
That shit was so wild, bro.
Like I said, stupid ass shot selection. That's the one that led to the Murray 3 to tie the game.
Go ahead, Kendall.
Joe Pepe, $5. Nuggets scored 94 points. Your starting backcourt went 8 for 25, 1 from 10 from 3. Cody Zeller was a -5 in like 30 seconds in a close game. Just blow it up. Yeah.
Yeah, we agree. Go ahead,
Share poll. I got you. I have share poll. $10. I have been very inactive in the streams this whole season. But great stuff from the basement crew. Wait for Pack 'em Up season, brother. Pack 'em Up season has officially begun. And if you don't mind, I am going shout out Sophie, whatever she said. I don't want to say whatever she said. What did she say? Since I already started. I don't care if Jimmy hurt you spitting, girl. He should have showed up for his team. If Jarvis was still out, we would have got a trophy. I don't agree with that last part, but you spitting on that first part. And since we have Pack 'em Up season, hey, it is that time. A lot of y'all in this local community love him because y'all can relate to him. Wonder Bread, Mr. Broke Bucket, Jack Harlow's friend. It's that time. You're done here, brozo. Get the fuck out of here. You're fucking done. Cooked, glazed, and sliced. Because you as a basketball player are disgusting. And it's not even because of what you can or can't do on the court. It's the fact that 2 years in a row at 22, 23 years old, my man has not played when we was facing elimination. And I got so much beef with this boy. Luka conversation, Trey conversation, Ja conversation. I'm a bucket. Come on, dog. Where you at? A broke hand 4 to 6 weeks, you missed 7, 8. Bro, nah. Like, I don't care. He's a bitch. Like, Tyler Herro's a fucking bitch, bro. Like, you gotta fight through that shit. I don't care what no team doctors or none of that. If you supposed to be like that, you want to win a chip, bro, you fight through that shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, the fact that he didn't play is so disappointing, bro. And I want that nigga so gone, bro. Like, I literally think Portland might be the farthest team, like, miles-wise from Miami. Well, no, Toronto. Yeah, geographically, maybe Toronto. I don't know. Maybe we got a team out.
Sacramento on the West Coast is pretty far.
Oh, okay. But he gonna be over there playing late night. I don't know exactly the thing. I don't care, but he gonna be long gone, far away from this shit. Hopefully, and if he not, boy, I'm gonna have, bruh, somebody gonna have to slap box me one time. He might be. Threat, you sleep? That nigga pissed, bro. Jimmy folded. I got smoked for, bruh. Like, I don't like Tyler Herro, bro. Like, I'm an availability merchant. And if you can't play and you can't even get on the court or on the field, you have zero worth to me. I don't respect you, like, because you playing a kid's game. You supposed to fight through that hand injury, bro. You were supposed to be back game 3. No fucking bones which ways about it. You can't get around it, bro. We came back to this bitch 1-1. And you were supposed to be like that help, that ignited, because it was obvious that we needed it. The offense was bad, but
I think
that bitch ass was not there to be found, and fuck him. He got to go.
I think I got like, I'm with the trading Tyler Herro, but I've been there. You know what I mean? But this didn't sell me on trading Tyler Herro. I want to trade him.
No. I'm looking at everybody though.
Yeah. I think I got less smoke for Tyler than I do for people like Max. Like, Max played. He just played like shit. I got less smoke for Tyler. than I do for people like Caleb, because Caleb played. He just played like shit. Like, I didn't expect. Go ahead.
And that's where it played back into the talent thing, my dog. Like, for me, I was never believing in none of that G League shit, bro. Like, none of these undrafted players. Like, to make a consistent impact, like, no, they had moments. It was always 1 or 2, and then it faded in that Boston series where it became just Gabe, Jimmy, and Bam in them first 3 games. And then Max kind of had a good game. Duncan came back alive. And then all of them went away. And then it was just Caleb. Bam even faded. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy struggled. And then it was just, and then now we get on the brightest lights. None of them there. You feel me? So on top of Jimmy being asked as the best player. So for me, bro, and I ain't even started with Kyle Lowry yet. Because my list is Jimmy, Tyler, and Kyle. It's just
Kyle. I got smoke for Kyle Lowry too, because like stuff like tonight, bro. Like, yeah, you scored 12 points, but you was inefficient as shit, and like his shot selection hasn't been like the best. Let me get through some of these other donos, and I want to hear whose threat got smoked for outside of Jimmy, even though I know that's the only person you want to talk about. Thank you, Rob Torres, with the $4.99 dono. He said, never see Herro in the Heat unit again. Shakira sucked the life out of Jimmy. Best part of the season is Heat player traded value shot up in the time to cash out. I think so. Like, one of the things that we've been talking about is how this team never capitalizes on its assets. I think right now is the perfect opportunity for you to see, like, if you could get something for these guys, get some. Somebody with the $5 dono, he said, where Bucks Butler at? Aggressive 40, 50-point games, not out of gas and tired. This is evidence Butler just getting old and tired. Time to think trade. We've been thinking trade since the middle of the season. Thank you, HN, with the $2 dono. He said, Zeller -5 in a minute. Heat lose by 5. That is a good point. Thank you, somebody with the $5 dono. He said, Herro sat on the bench and watched Zeller put Spo in the game and let it go. Herro is soft and has no fire. How can he sit by and not demand to be put in? Tyler Herro does not have more clout than Eric Spoelstra. He ain't going up to Spo and telling him shit to do. Shabazz Sharapova with the $10 dono. He said, split Bam and Jimmy duo. I'm listening. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you, bro. I'm listening to whatever's coming in the door right now. just to make sure that I'm giving myself full opportunity not to experience this again. Brandon Walton with the $10 don't know. He said, why couldn't our 3-point specialists, excluding Duncan, shoot to save their lives tonight? Good riddance to Strus and Vincent. Jimmy sucked. I think we're in for a soft rebuild, and it's going to suck. I think the soft rebuild includes us keeping Gabe Vincent, letting go of Max Strus, keeping Caleb, trying to trade Tyler, Kyle, and Duncan to see if we can put some more pieces around Jimmy and Bam. I think that's the retool that we in for. Hopefully, Dame is one of the byproducts of that process. Thank you, BB, for the $2 dono. He said, I'd rather get Van Fleet and Brook Lopez over Damian Lillard. No, I don't want middling talent. I want high-end talent. Like, I need somebody who can score 60 points. And Dame Lillard can do that. Thank you, Alex Campbell, with the $4.99 dono. He said, I think they wasn't letting Tyler come back, honestly. Like, Spo wasn't going to play him based on how he kept dodging it. Look, bro, like that sounds like people think that the Heat had an ulterior motive against Tyler Herro. I don't think so. Like, I just think they just going to rock with the guys that got them here, and that's what ended up happening. Threat. Outside of Jimmy Butler, bro, who else you got smoke for?
I guess as far as players go,
yeah. If you want to choose Spo, then you can take off on Spo too.
Nigga, front office right there too, my boy.
That's where I'm going. Front office, dog. Niggas gonna gloat and say the front office led us to another finals in 4 years or whatever, how you may be. But I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Y'all niggas stop talking about the front office to me, bro. Them niggas folded, bro. Like, I don't think niggas understand. Yeah, it is very fucking difficult to get to the NBA Finals, bro. You don't know if we'll ever make that shit again. I'm a Dolphins fan, bro. I've never seen my team win a playoff game. And yeah, we talking two different sports, but that's just sports in general, bro. You look at Sacramento Kings fans, bro. You don't know when your next opportunity to make it to the finals and win the finals will be, bro. I don't know the landscape of the East, bro, but we had a fucking hell of a chance if we would have made the simplest adjustments in the offseason. If we would have got the simplest players and fucking maxed out when niggas were supposed to get maxed out and sell high and buy low, bro, and I don't understand why we didn't do it, bro. I don't understand. Niggas know we needed a 4 in the offseason. And niggas disrespected you as a basketball fan and said, nah, you're a dumbass. We're going to start Caleb Martin at the 4. And that shit, Aaron Gordon, career playoff high. But that's what you watched because we didn't have a 4. We had to rely on Kevin Love. Kevin Love, bro. That's what we had to rely on at the end of the game, dog. Like, that shit is disgusting what them niggas put out there, bro. Like, I had smoke for Spo, obviously, but of course, bro, they gave that nigga bullshit to work with, bro. Nigga, all this undrafted talk, you think, I don't want to hear another fucking season of that undrafted. Fuck them niggas. Fuck all that undrafted shit. Don't bring that shit up to me next season, bro. I want to hear all-star. Fuck an all-star, matter of fact. I want to hear superstar. I'm telling you right now, I will be a casual if Dame Lillard is not on the Miami Heat next year. If we don't have Dame Lillard on the Heat, bro, you will barely see me on the fucking timeline talking Heat, anything related to Heat. It's one simple job. The nigga wants to be here. Find a way to make it happen. Tyler Herro did not play once again. Max Strus folded in another fucking high-pressure situation once again. Like, bro, stop playing in my fucking face, man. Go get some fucking talent, bro. You could have got... Hey, if we had Donovan Mitchell, I bet money we win this fucking series somehow, some way.
Hey now.
On,
hey,
man.
Listen, bro. But that's the thing, though, bro. It ain't even just the Donovan Mitchell thing, bro. We've been talking about making small changes. Remember, during the year that we went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, we were talking about trading Duncan Robinson for a 4 that would have helped us in that Boston series, and we potentially talking about having the title. This year, we were talking about flipping Max Strus or Gabe Vincent when the trade deadline came because they were expiring contracts and possibly getting some help in the power rotation. They did not do that, and hence the reason that we made small changes and we ran into this finals with the same team when we had opportunities to improve it. And even the smallest improvements could have been the difference between us having this conversation now and us talking about us upsetting Denver in the finals. Like, that's just the reality of how this shit worked out. Like, we did not give ourselves the best opportunity to kind of like win. Somebody with the $2 dono, he said, need Larry Whopper and Struce public cashier video. Read from the fan chat with the $5 dono. He said, today marks the beginning of trade season. Y'all already know. The plan is simple. Blow it up and go get Dame. I'm going to come to you, Ant, because I'm scared of talking to LJ while he's driving this car. He's just here for aesthetics.
I'm at home. I'm about to pull in.
Yeah, go ahead and get off of this shit and then get on your computer. So, Ant, we're going to come to you. Who is your biggest op outside of Jimmy Butler in this series?
I'm gonna talk about Tyler Herro a little bit more because I don't like it's not even that she was giving him praise, but she was saying you guys more smoke with other people. But listen, it's not like this is some big man with foot problems, or he's not Ja or D Rose jumping over people getting hurt. He's a little ass guard who takes jump shots. Why is the man always hurt consistently every single year in the biggest games? That's stupid to me. And back to and I don't like this Dame talk either, because back to what Ramakan was saying about, at least you got the trade value up with some guys. The Portland Trailblazers are not trading us Dame for Duncan Robinson and Lowry, who had 8 good playoff games. They want Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro is the piece that you want, right? And somehow his trade value got lowered this postseason because they went further in the playoffs when he didn't play. So what does that tell you about Tyler Herro? That tells you that he's not relevant to this team. So the one dude that everybody's relying on, I saw even Basement Barry was saying your biggest trade piece, Tyler Herro. No, his trade value got worse because they went further in the playoffs and he didn't play. So that tells you that he's invaluable to this team. That tells you that they are worse when he's out there on the court. That tells you that he can't stay healthy when the games matter most. That tells you that when he's diving for an unnecessary loose ball like a dumbass, his hands are made of fucking ice and that shit breaks. Fucking made of glass. They're not getting Dame, okay? And I don't like this talk either because we did this after the bubble. We said we'll get Giannis. No. We'll get Harden. No. Then we'll get KD. No. Then we'll get Donovan Mitchell. No. And who do you end up with? Nobody. You end up with nobody. And that's exactly what's going to happen going into the next year. That's exactly what's going to happen. Now, unless Dame demands Miami, which he's not going to just say Miami. He's going to give a list of teams, and literally everybody else has more than we do. We're going to get to the draft. They're going to take some bum with intangibles at 18. And then next thing you know, he's going to be on the roster for 5 years before they trade him for some other bum, which is probably what's going to happen with Nikola Jovic too, because they could have traded him and Duncan for a 4, which would have helped, as you were saying. So I guess I kind of gave smoke to talent there and front office and everybody else.
Leonardo, can I interrupt you, please?
What do you got?
Because you said a lot of names, brother. And we want to talk about being a championship organization and talk about Duncan and Jovic for a 4. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving.
What's Kyrie's
Kyrie Irving for Kyle Lowry and a first-round pick was there for the take, and the front office said, absolutely not. For whatever reason, and I, as a fan, we are about, they say they are a championship organization. Therefore, I am holding them to a standard where they want to put championship players on the roster. They had a chance, and they reassured Kyle Lowry that he was not getting traded for Kyrie Irving. Well, Kyle Lowry just did the 2-step tango and fooled the fuck out of y'all again. I don't know. I don't know what they was thinking. But he was there when you want to talk about Tyler Herro's value. Niggas didn't want to touch Kyrie in the summertime with a 10-foot pole. They was down to Tyler Herro if needed be. And that would have been a fine thing at the end of the day, even though you didn't even have to do it. So it's time to elevate where we holding these niggas, man. They're passing up and being very selective on who they want. Kyrie was right fucking there. And that's the dark cloud that I'm going to hold over that front office head. Because you don't play with my face. Like the way Threat said, get the fuck out of my face. You don't play with my card. Not my fan card. Because it's when it's a nigga out there where you can go get him and he going to elevate your roster, you go do it. I don't give a fuck.
Especially at a price like Kyle Lowry in the first, bro.
And we was talking about how we don't have access for Donovan Mitchell, this, KD, you got to give up Bam that.
Yeah.
But it was a nigga there who can go get you 27 to 30, and you said no because Kyle Lowry in the first round pick, and because he might not play. He never wants to do this. He might do that. He might. So fuck your culture.
Okay, I could swear you said that you are availability merchant, and for you to come on here and say that you want Kyrie Irving, the guy who's the least available star that I've seen in my entire lifetime, that's just crazy. That's just
Zion Williamson and Anthony Davis exist, bro.
I mean,
I'll
let
give
me
you
miss
AD,
4
but Zion
seasons.
ain't star yet.
Hold on. Now, before we get too far down this hole, I want to bring my boy Sheltman up. He's been sitting in the back for a little minute. Professor Sheltman, I want you to go ahead and give your thoughts on this game, this series, this season. Just how are you feeling right now?
In early November, my Philadelphia Phillies lost in the World Series. And in February, my Philadelphia Eagles lost in the Super Bowl. And now my Miami Heat have lost in the NBA Finals. I am fucking miserable.
This nigga went over 3. You are.
I've known nothing but losing for the fucking calendar year. Okay? I don't want to talk about this fucking game. I am miserable. I want this team to do something. Motherfuckers could have traded Max Strus at the deadline for a second-round pick to Denver. And this motherfucker shoots 1 for 47 in the finals. God, man, I am so fucking mad. I have never been more excited to get to transaction season. This season was maybe the worst season I've ever been a part of. Every other season had some sort of direction. We were either losing or we were competing for a title. We knew what we were doing. This team put me through fucking hell for 84 games, 3 minutes left in the fourth fucking quarter until they were eliminated in the play-in. And then they decide to do this shit. Then they decide to beat the Bucks. Then they decide to they didn't decide to beat the Knicks. The Knicks just fucking suck, honestly. At least we're not them. And then they decide to beat the Celtics. And they get to the finals. And you fucking lose. You put me through fucking hell. I would have rather lost in the first round. I would have rather not made the playoffs. Don't fucking dangle the championship in front of my face. I don't really know what else to say. I'm ready to get to transaction season. If this front office does not make a major splash, I swear to God, I will tweet every single day that Pat Riley is a piece of shit. I don't care who sees it. I don't care if they tag me. I don't care if they talk about me on their show. I don't care. I'm tweeting Pat Riley is a piece of fucking trash if he does not get me a superstar this offseason. End of discussion.
I think a lot of that with you. Threat, I know you got to go soon, brother, because I know you got to work early. Final recap. What's your thoughts on this season? What's your pie in the sky? What are you looking for from next season, this offseason, before we do some of that streaming shit later on?
I'm going to be real. Leading into this fucking series, I've been watching but Dame highlights anyways. Dog, I've been watching more Dame highlights than I have of fucking Heat highlights after these fucking games. It's Dame or bust for me, bro. It's Dame or bust for me, dog. I don't care about anything else, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I do. Find a way. It looks real ugly. Ant brought up some great points. We struck out consistently because this front office just ain't got it no more. Pat Riley can't lay his rings on the fucking table anymore and move niggas because ultimately that was never what got niggas to get here. It was Dwayne Wade, which you hold Dwayne Wade out of his position. If Dwayne Wade was here, a lot of these niggas would be playing for the Miami Heat already. We wouldn't be having this situation right now at all. But you know what I'm saying? You put that nasty karma on us, and this is the results that you get, a fucking 4-1 finals loss. So shout out to Mickey Arison. You're going to hell.
Bro, I mean, I agree. Mickey absolutely going to hell, but we ain't got to tell him. Like
he hold D Wade, bro.
He's still holding him, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah, that clip. If y'all find that D Wade clip with Shannon Sharp, bro,
yeah,
you hear the pain in that boy voice.
He said he hold me. I do kind of want to do some like season recap type shit because we ain't gonna. I mean, I don't know about y'all. Transaction season, these boys gonna jump on here and give y'all something, but I ain't gonna be here. I do want to talk about kind of like some of the recap shit on the season, favorite memories, most heartbreaking memories, shit like that. So we're gonna start with Ant so he can show y'all how to do this. Ant, I want to know your favorite memory from this season.
Yeah, I was thinking back to when you asked some of the guys that left how they're going to remember this season. I'm going to remember it just like 2017. Started at 11-30, finished 30-11, missed the playoffs. It was a fun season, cool story. I don't give a fuck. They ain't win shit. Same thing with this team. We all thought they were going to miss the playoffs and made the playoffs. Got to the finals, got their ass kicked. I saw some people tweet like, "Oh, this is a season you're going to tell your grandkids about." I mean, maybe just in passing. Maybe it'd be like, yeah, I remember they made it once and then got their ass kicked like we all thought they would. Some of the favorite moments from this season. Well, it was my first season on the basement, so that was fun. Certainly had a fun season with all y'all boys. And quite honestly, this was the perfect season for the basement to kind of start at least their own individual venture here, because they were shit in the regular season. And obviously we're not afraid to criticize these players. But then you had an unreal playoff run still to this point. So that kind of worked out for us too. But it's a good time. Obviously, all the songs and memes and stuff we made to get us through this unreasonably, ridiculously mediocre, boring, probably most boring season ever watched. We had to get creative to get through it. So that was certainly a fun part. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's literally the same shit as last year. So I would not consider this a super memorable season.
Yeah, I think the only way that they could have made it memorable is if they're talking about Super Bowl. You're a Dolphins fan. Y'all don't know nothing about that. I think the only way they
We still got the Florida Panthers too, man. I still got them. Man. We haven't shouted them out in a few games, man. We still got one last hope, man. Unless Alex starts rooting for them.
I ain't had nothing for that. Like, you kind of like caught me.
Oh, I know why you did it. Yeah,
I forgot.
I used that against you.
Yeah, she's probably watching. I'm terrified. Go ahead. This nigga.
Brian, that's crazy.
Brian, bro, hold on. I'm sorry, LJ. I'm about to come to you, but this is what real hate look like, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, bro. Brian, bro, what you told the folks, bro?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, I said this shit since day one. I knew this was gonna happen. I don't know why anybody's sad. I see a lot of mad faces, like a child that just got slapped or something. I don't know. You guys are looking real like down, which is crazy to me because I said on the last podcast, like, there's no Cinderellas, right? A pumpkin's a pumpkin at the end of the day. Magic doesn't exist. We knew what this team was. I was on I don't give a shit island since they lost to the Hawks. I invited everybody here to join me, and y'all wanted to have hope for no reason. For no reason at all. Y'all wanted to believe in this fucking team. A team who, let me remind you, employs a man named Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, guys who have been in the NBA Finals on live TV, and nobody will recognize them after they leave the arena.
Don't forget about Omar Yurtseven.
Sure, whoever the fuck that is. I don't know who he plays for, but good for him.
It's a UI generated name.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler played like ass, which again, listen, Michael Jordan shit, cosplaying as MJ wasn't gonna last, so not shocked about that. Bam played really well, which is cool. They got 5 minutes of Cody Zeller, and they were -5 in his minutes in the game that they lost by 5, so that's dope. The season ended exactly how we all should have guessed. So
Brian, Cody Zeller didn't even play 5 minutes. He played 61 seconds.
He played 61. He was a -5 and 61. That's impressive, bro. That's amazing. That's great.
That is not great, Brian. It is terrible. And the reason that most of us got invested is because, like, to be honest with you, I'll tell you how they got me. All season long, they didn't make me feel shit. I didn't feel anything. I was on I don't give a shit island too at around game 15. You know what I mean? I realized what was happening here. We got off of that train. And then I thought my season was over a month and a half ago. Like, I thought I was finished. And then they kept winning basketball games. That's how they reel you in. With less and less teams to talk about, and your team being one of the teams, it just, I don't know, bro. It caught me, bro. But I should have just remained true to the cause, bro. I knew who they were. I knew. I saw it. I told y'all. I told all y'all. And you know what, Reed from the fan chat? This is 15 minutes ago, but I will admit that I missed this live. So I'm going to do this again. Today marks the beginning of trade season. Y'all already know the plan is simple. Like the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, which is Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email I Got James Pugh or give him a call today and tell him that the basement sent you. Email I Got James Pugh at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that phone number is 321-345-7738. We want to thank the people over at Simple Health Advisors, and particularly I Got James Pugh, who rocked with us from the beginning of the season all the way through to the end. Big dog, you have no clue how much we appreciate you for being the first sponsor of the basement, and we hope we made you proud this season, G. Yeah, and we hope that you keep fucking with us next year. Let's go to this next dono. Alex Campbell with the $4.99 dono. He said, so you're saying your season is not happening? If that happens, brother, I am not being a member of this network, bro. Like, if Yurt 7 is in the rotation, it's over with. Jonathan Rumlicon said your name earlier, so we know who you is. We should have got Mitchell. Then Lillard is turning 33. We could have a good future with Mitchell to come. We agree, but Damian Lillard is who's available, so that's how we're going to get. Alex Campbell again with the $4.99 dono said Tyler in 3 first getting you Dame. If he wants out, there isn't much realistic competition. Yeah, I think the Nets is the other team that he named, and they don't want to give up any of their good players for him. So I would very much so like to see us be able to get that package done for Dame. We've been an hour and 10 minutes. We don't have no next game. So I'm going to let everybody get their opportunity, say their goodbyes, say their farewells, adieus, or whatever. Tell me what, we're going to start with LJ and his cat who took an ass for some reason. We're gonna start with LJ. LJ, tell me I want to ask you the same question I asked Ant. Like, tell me what you're going to remember most about this season. And just kind of like say goodbye to the people.
For the regular season, I'll keep it a bean. I don't remember a single fucking thing about the regular season. I don't have a positive to say about the regular season. I don't have many negatives to say about the regular season either because it's just a blur. I don't remember. I remember my first post-game stream with you guys when Josh Hart hit a game-winning 3 when Portland came back and Miami blew it. At that moment, that was my full circle moment where I was like, this team's they're not serious. They're just not serious. But for the playoffs, my favorite moment was Jimmy obviously going nuclear against Milwaukee. That was awesome. My least favorite moment was, again, Josh Hart in the playoffs, fucking Jimmy's ankle. Not figuratively. He wasn't actually having sex with it, but he screwed it up completely. He completely fucked up his ankle. And you saw the results for that for the rest of the postseason run. He needed Grant Williams to show you any kind of life in the next series because Jimmy was AFK for a chunk of it, and it was honestly because of the injuries. But those are the 2 things that I take away the most from the postseason run. It was a really, really fun postseason run. I had a great time with it up until tonight. Well, no, up until Game 3 of the finals, because at that point I knew Tyler was never coming back. It was all just a mirage. It wasn't happening. The role players had to come down to earth. And they didn't have enough. Bam was great. That was actually, like Brian said, cool. It was cool to see Bam actually show up on a huge stage where everyone's like, hey, you're going to be the one to lead the offense. I think Bam was up to the task. I think that's a pretty good positive to take from that as well. You can be competitive in a series against an extremely, better opponent with Bam being your number 1 option because they were competitive. They really were. That's pretty much all I have, though. I mean, at the end of the day, it ends the same way 28 other teams had their season end. Doesn't mean shit. It's cool. Hey, they've been to 4 Eastern Conference finals or whatever it is, or 3 Eastern Conference finals in 4 years and 2 finals. That's cool. I got a ring. They don't. That sucks. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, man, it does not matter that they came out and had a great legendary, honestly, run to the finals. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean shit. It really doesn't, because they're going to start up next season, and they're not going to have a ring ceremony. They didn't win a championship. I mean, I guess they'll get their Eastern Conference rings because players do get Eastern Conference championship rings. But, hey, I mean, I guess Jimmy will hold the next one because he ain't holding it now. I hope he comes back, and I hope he completely sleepwalks the regular season as he's known to do. Hopefully we have Dame. That'd be pretty cool. I will say, though, I saw a lot of people saying, I know Rambacon said it, and I agree with him. I was surprised Ant wasn't as on board with it, though, is that I really do think the playoff run in general has upped some of the trade value of the players on this team, mainly Duncan Robinson. I know you're not getting Dame with Duncan Robinson and change. You're not. But they're more likely to be like, you don't have to attach anything to Duncan Robinson to move him now, if you want to move him. His value's up. Kyle's is pretty much where it was. I mean, no, it has to be higher because the dude was rock bottom. So it's like that has to be higher just by virtue of the run itself. Tyler's, it's up in the air. I don't know. Tyler, you know what you're getting with Tyler in the regular season. You don't know what you're getting in the playoffs. It's Tyler Herro. He's not going to come back. You're getting a big fat 0 with Tyler Herro. It's a funny rhyme, but it is what it is. But I still think, though, the run in it of itself is good for the team. A lot of players restored value, making it easier to trade for Dame. I know y'all said it earlier, too. Dame said he wants to be here. Well, Donovan Mitchell said that, too. And the front office sat on their hand. So we'll see or they actually fork over the same package they were unwilling to offer for in his 20s Donovan Mitchell for a 33-year-old Damian Lillard. It would be very much like this organization to do something like that.
I think they are going to fork over whatever they need to get Dame Lillard. Ladies and gentlemen, because he didn't do it, I'll promo it for him. If you want to listen to LJ talk more, listen to the Random Scrub Heat podcast. That is the host of the Random Scrub Heat podcast. He, Harry, Alex, and George. They all do a great job over there with the pod. So make sure y'all check that out. So appreciate you. It was great having you this year, LJ. Looking forward to what you do next year. And I'm glad that somebody else can host that podcast so I didn't have to. So I appreciate you for that. And I know I already asked you kind of what you going to remember from this season. So I'll ask you this. What's your favorite basement memory from the year? I know everybody else has got that walking video. Y'all in the comments too. Y'all tell us y'all favorite moment from the basement this year too. But go ahead and tell me your favorite moment from the basement this year.
Royal, you have been an asshole to me all season. You've interrupted me. You've removed me from streams countless times. So I will respond.
Let's add one more to that whole ass nigga. Go ahead.
I will respond the only way I know how, with a song.
Op number 2, he's closing in on number 1 because this is the person that pisses me off the most, and it's at Donardo. I have
what
no
the
idea.
fuck you gonna do? I'm gonna cock my 9 and I'm a motherfucker.
Bang, I'ma start it off with the Royal Goyo Beanhead, Estella, a snake oil. So we do not mix like the water in the oil. You think you magic, but you Carlos Arroyo. That's a cool story, bro. No, you almost 40 though. How you say all this dumb shit, but still got more to go. Let it go, here we go. Keeps the hated base and segregated, separated like an Oreo. Conqueror, think that I'm your puppet cause I'm new to this. Shikamaru overshadow you, I do this. Euphoria, your root is rooted like root is. Water fake orange, your green like the U is. Fam, you a snake all the way from band camp. While you always on my ass like a tramp stamp. I'm a stand with a grand plan. Call me Ant-Man cause I can't stand Kane Gang. My name's Scott Lang. When you on a mattress with a bad bitch, you last 3 pumps, that's a hat trick. Hat trick like classical magic with rabbits, your dick disappearing, that's a gringo habit. Your girl gave me 5 stars in bed, call that Cinco de Patrick. She said when you fuck her it's average. So we not cut from the same fabric. Stay in your lane where there's always traffic. Put your little balls in a big hole like a field goal. If you knit folk, I'm just in tucking. You say hero, make too much De Niro, but you haven't paid me all year though, fuck you. I do not care cause it's pennies and I got big bucks like my name Brandon Jennings. At 55 as a rookie while you only got 5 on some weed and you always do Wendy's like Peter Pan Neverland. You on a level that's lower than me like the devil that's prevalent and promise Neverland. I am a god up my heaven controlling your mind like 11 knows blood again. Let's get ahead of this. You're Kyle Lowry, I'm Grant, it's evident. I'm a better 7 than you. I'm a better point guard than you ever been, dude. No offense but it's true. Now all the other networks are left confused. Crying in the hating basement is nothing but rude. So what would they say when I do it to our own? We just having fun, I want that to be known. So do not tweet us, trying to get tough, time to grow up, time to shut up. If you do not, then I'll pipe your girl when she texts, I won't show up. Balls deep and left just like Tungo Vailoa. Now, I will say, Royal loves talking shit online, loves hiding behind that screen, kind of like he Tyler Herro. But speaking of him, high-level role player is not even an insult. I mean, Whopper, maybe for sure, but Kyle Lowry sucks so much at the time. You know, he still sucks, but you know.
Yo, what the fuck was that?
Personally, I wouldn't let that slide.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Don DeMarco to you. Boy just called me pussy 500 different ways on a song. And I feel like I set him up for that. That is wow. And I ain't gonna hold you. I did not like you the first time I met you. I did not want to stream with you, and I told you to show me why I should stream with you, and you absolutely have done that. Not only that first time, but throughout the course of this season. Big Dog, you are one of the best additions that we've had to this network. You've added a different level of diversity that we could not have accomplished without you. My boy, you are a talented young man, and you do several things that have made this network better, bro. I just want to tell you, like, I didn't at first, but if I want you to hear from my mouth in front of all these people, I appreciate you, bro, and I appreciate the work that you put in for the basement. I'm lying. Fuck that nigga. Get up.
Gentlemen, I want you to do me a favor. Remove this cracker from my show.
Fuck, no, get him the fuck out of here. Fuck. But yeah, like real shit though, Ant, bro. That shit was hard. What you about to say?
Appreciate it. I wanted to leave the people with one last banger. And the video will be posted to the basement Twitter tomorrow. So make sure y'all retweet and share so everyone can see the royal slander.
Yeah, that was fucking fire. Shelton, give me what you're gonna remember from this season, and you can tell me your favorite moment from the basement from this year too, bro.
Well, you go from talented Ant to me, of course, no talent. I'm cool with that. That's fine. I will remember absolutely nothing except being correct about this entire season. It was the most forgettable season of all time. We told you all fucking year that this team did not have enough. They did not have enough. We were scolded for only caring about a championship, and other people said, oh, well, I would rather have a second-round playoff exit than a top 7 pick or some shit like that. And meanwhile, your franchise star, Jimmy Butler, is on the podium during the NBA Finals saying nothing matters except the championship. So I guess he sort of agrees with us. Nothing was memorable about the season. It was a miserable season. There was nothing exciting about this season except getting on the basement every single game and shooting the shit with people that I enjoy spending time with. My favorite memory from the basement this year, that is tough. There are a lot of great ones. I'll have to give some flowers to Kendall here. The undercover boss shit was just absolute all-timer, 10 out of 10, hard to top. But just in general, getting to hang out with all these wonderful people here and that are not currently on the stream as well, getting to know them, having a lot of laughs on stream and off stream. It's been a absolute pleasure. I'm glad that I was added to the network as well. I missed the second part of your question. All I just wanted to say was we were right and everyone else is wrong. Fuck them.
The second part was what was your favorite memory from the basement, but you gave us that. Yeah. Shelton,
good enough.
You are a unique ad because you were not with us at the beginning of the season. We were down some people, and you were one of our finalists for the people who would get on the network, and we gave you a shot. And my brother, you absolutely nailed it on your first try, and it was automatic from there that you needed to be a part of this network. You bring us something that we don't have. You have a self-awareness in this space that is invaluable to a stream. You can help us all flow because you don't feel the need to step up and you don't have a problem stepping back. But when we do call for you to step up, you do that, bro. You will take the reins. You have hosted streams. Like, you have been one of the funniest people on streams. You've held down the funny. You've held down the analytics. One of them. I didn't say the funny.
Oh, that boy held down the analytics. All right. He got that certain bag up.
he got a nasty back. I also want to make. I ain't gonna expose your greatest asset to the basement, not on stream. But my boy, well, I tell you, I'll put it like this: the boy is the greatest researcher in the basement. I'll put it to you like that. And if you know, you fucking know. If you said it, you will find it, bitch ass.
He's still a talentless hack that has shit lighting and bad equipment.
Yeah. Oh, come on now. Why? Brian, good God, Nate. Fuck is they talking? Brian, go ahead and tell me about what your favorite memory is from this season. What your favorite memory is from the basement this season.
Oh no, bro, this season was bullshit. Like, if this season was a TV show, it'd be like the first 5 seasons were absolute trash. Normal people would have shut it off after the first season. But the 6th season got kind of good, and then it went back to being garbage. So this season was horrible. I expect a full refund from Miami Heat for making us watch this atrocity. This is like the first year. I'm like, honestly, in all seriousness, I didn't really have fun watching basketball, which fucking sucks, man. Like, sports are fun. You got people playing a kid's game on TV and colorful costumes. Like, it's supposed to be fun. The most fun was definitely talking shit with the basement, for sure. But there was one moment of hope during the fourth quarter. I got a call. And ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Pat Riley's nurse from his retirement home. They called me up. They said, we got him. So we don't have to deal with any of that like 20s bullshit anymore. We're good. Next season is a new era. Dame, Kyrie, James Harden, Chris Middleton, CP3. I do not care. There's a lot of guys, Kristaps, whoever. It's a new era.
Tyler here.
And I'm excited for it. As far as favorite moments from the basement, I don't know. Like, every stream is fun, bro. Like, every stream, you guys, the comments, like the Royal Ant back and forth, the fucking Kyle Lowry Whopper video. Like, there's a lot of moments. This is great. This is the fun part about sports. So yeah, I'm just happy. I'm happy to be here.
And Chris White. Right. Don't forget Chris White. That was one of my favorite moments.
And Chris White, yeah, wherever he is.
God rest his soul. He was a pillar in the NBA source community.
Absolutely. Never wrong.
Absolutely. Always right. 100% accuracy. Brian, you have been streaming with me longer than anybody else in the basement. That is a little tidbit of information, and which by extension means that you have been dealing with my bullshit for longer than anybody else in the basement. And brother, I appreciate you. Like, you will provide me with a level of consistency. Like, when everything around me is changing, bro, I know I got you somewhere in the background. Even though you missed a couple of games, a lot of games toward the end of the season, you had some shit going on, so I gave you a pass. But goddamn, like, for the most part, when I look around and I need somebody who gives me like comfort, you there for me, big dog. So I appreciate you. Always here for me. Been here. Looking forward to doing more streams with you. And that California swag is always welcome here. And that truth bomb. You ain't never gonna lie to the folks. And we need that because I'm always lying to them. Kane Killer, the showstopper, who texting on his phone. My boy, tell me your favorite memory from this season and your favorite memory from the basement this year. And tell me your favorite.
Niggas lost in the finals, my boy. Like, I'm gonna be here, bro. Ain't no favorite memory from this season, dog. Like, there's winning and there's misery. Pat Riley, right? Well, motherfucker, I'm living because I'm gonna be real. Like, niggas made the finals again. Cool. Niggas just what was it? What they said in the Spider-Man universe? What kind of event? A tragic event? What is it called?
Canon event.
A canon event. Well, that picture with the next 5 NBA championships had Miami going. So a canon event must have went off in this motherfucker somewhere. Or maybe they was telling us the next 3 and the next 2 losers. I don't know. But when I look at that list, it was supposed to be us. And that ain't happening. Because the best player on my team turned into straight doo-doo. This one he told the what he called the Raptors, doo-doo. That's what Jimmy Butler turned into. Doo-doo. DeAndre Jordan got a ring, bro. I like Jeff Green. Shout out Jeff Green. But Jeff Green got a ring, bro. I hate Tyler Herro, dog. I don't like Cracker, bro. And Ant was talking about some Portland may not want my brother. Trust me. Oh, Danny Ainge loved him some Tyler Herro. And they got a lot of picks. And if Portland trying to rebuild, we can reroute some picks over to the Portland Trailblazers. If there's a will, there's a way. You're looking confused, but if you talk to Hot Take Harrison, he will educate you. Trust you.
What does Danny Ainge have to do with Portland? That's why I'm confused.
Hey, my brother.
He's talking about for the picks. You trade him to Utah, get the picks from Utah, and then have Utah reroute those picks to Portland.
Man,
that's why he said talk to Harrison. Don't worry.
Yeah, Harry put you on some shit.
They'll be up here.
This shit, this the basement, this we out here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Brenton, the newest basement member. Use some black nepotism to just Euro step his way into the game, and I like that.
ain't even a Heat fan. Just
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we did our own thing. You know what I'm saying? And I just appreciate the people that's rocking with it. It's 236 still in here.
Y'all different.
Where is it? Lenny? I ain't the one for this, my brother. You on the court. But yeah. So the basement, we did our thing. We here, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know about the friction and all the extra shit. But niggas give us money to talk shit. So it's cool. We are not insiders. We are not analysts or fanalists. But we niggas with some mics, shitty lighting, and Royal is an untalented Negro. Used to have talent, but I don't know what happened. But we here. But Royal, my dog. I ain't never show Royal just straight up love on the show. My dog is an A1 since day one. My dog. Brian is a straight up hater. That boy he will pull up at the end of the season.
Oh God!
In Hawaii, no matter where he at, boy, you got a talent that's real. Cause I wouldn't do none of that shit that you be doing. 100. Alex Shelton, hey, you's a dangerous man. That's all I'm gonna have to say. LJ, I don't listen to the podcast, but I'm glad that you're doing it. Shout out to JGB and Darius Jordan, cause niggas be pulling each other cards. big money talk. Yeah, this shit just real. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all rocking with us, and trust me, when that Dame trade go through, we trust you. It will be that time, and y'all bring y'all money because we gonna put some nose up.
For sure. Kendall, you already know what time it is, bro. I like people who get on the show and they take it in a different direction than I'm trying to take it. I like for people to fight me for control of my show, and then I like to try and wrestle it back. Kendall is the perfect. My bad, bro. What happened? I called it my show, and then you got mad and then moved me out the way.
I didn't move nothing. Not me.
It was me.
Oh, first of all, white man, don't you dare do it again. But while I'm giving this king his flowers. But yeah, Kendall, I've said it a million times. Kendall is probably my favorite member of the basement because he's the one who aggravates me the most. I just fuck with Ed because he's white and it's easy to bully him. But Kendall, don't fold. Like I have never made Kendall fold, and that is my life's mission: is to make him fold once or twice before we get done rocking out. But I don't see it happening no time soon. So that means me and my boy be back here terrorizing these streets all year. For me, yeah, I'm with the most of y'all. I hated this fucking season. I hated that it went so long. I wanted to lose in the play-in game, kind of, so that I can stop streaming. Because I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but every game them motherfuckers play, y'all see our ass right here. This is 100 plus streams that we are in, and motherfuckers tired. Like my wife needs some time, my children need their daddy, but I spend a lot of time giving my energy to y'all on these post-game streams. And just for a couple weeks, I'm gonna take my time back. But please believe, when them transaction talks get the flowing and going, you will find us right here. My favorite basement moment from this year is still just the fact that we started this shit. Like, bro, motherfuckers preyed on our downfall. Like, that's just being real. It ain't no shade, no slander, no none of that. It's just the reality. People wanted us to fail. People actively rooted for our failure, and we wasn't gonna let that happen. You know what I mean? Like, this team not built like that. Like, we gonna be here. You feel me? So y'all got to deal with that. Y'all know what that come with. We packing niggas up immediately after this season. Like, we've already started, but it's gonna be a whole lot more of that going on. And it's just like we became a force in 1 year. And now we somebody that y'all got to deal with for the rest of the time. And that's because of the people in these comment section. We appreciate all of y'all. So like always, thank you guys in the comments for joining us, making this show much more fun than it would have been without you. We appreciate y'all for sticking with us all this season. Y'all make sure that if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Basement Sports Network. Don't worry, we'll make announcements on our Twitter. Make sure y'all follow us on Twitter at Basement Sports N. That's where you'll be able to find out when we're going to be doing streams, but we'll make sure that we kind of get the information out there. We're going to be doing some off-season streams real soon. Them Sheltman can't wait. He'll probably do a stream in the next couple of days or so. I know the pod will be coming out with like a season recap soon. So make sure y'all tune, y'all plugged in with all us so that y'all can find out when we doing shit. Thank everybody on this panel. Thank the entire team. Thank the basement team. Shout out. My boy got to get on camera one time. Shout out to my dog, Justin. Kang Gang, super producer. My dog been on the background, ones and twos, took the show up to a whole new level with his talent and skills. Justin, bro, I appreciate you. I know you didn't think I was going to let us get out of here without telling you that. What's up, Kendall?
Nah, just saying A1 because my dog Justin be on that shit.
1,000%. Bro been surprising me with like end of the year videos and shit, doing what he wanted. He another hard-headed one, by the way. I tell Justin not to do something, and I can pretty much expect 100% for him to do that. Oh, yeah, my boy Sosa, also in the basement. He's been doing a hell of a job with our TikTok and our Instagram. So y'all make sure y'all follow us on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow us on TikTok. I don't touch none of that shit. I'm just going to be here for the stream. But yeah, Justin, bro, appreciate you for all the work that you done did this year, on screen, off screen, just the little things that you've added to this network to make our production value that much better, bro. We appreciate you. Oh, yeah, we got spaces too, bro. It's a bunch of shit. We'll be around, bro. We ain't going nowhere forever, but y'all will see us. Justin, I've been trying to vamp for these 3 minutes. You told me at 12:42. It's about 12:45. We good now, though. I still need to go around thanking some more folks.
Say it, bro.
Oh, okay. We'll see y'all bitches when we see y'all. Play the video, Justin.
Seems like yesterday we used to rock the show. I laced the track, you locked the flow. So far from hanging on the block for dough. Notorious, they got to know that life ain't always what it seemed to be. Words can't express what you mean to me.
Let's fucking go.
We still a team. Through your family, I'll fulfill your dreams. In the future, can't wait to see if you open up the gates for me. Reminisce sometime. The night they took my friend. Try to black it out, but it plays again. When it's real, feeling's hard to conceal. Can't imagine all the pain I feel. Give anything to hear half the
TRT, baby.
I know you're still living your